The Minnesota Vikings are going up against the Arizona Cardinals in their Week 2 matchup. Pivotal game in the season. This is as big as a must-win game as there can be for a team in Week 2, considering the Vikings' schedule, considering the meltdown loss they had last week against Cincinnati. And the biggest problem that I can see where the Cardinals can beat the Minnesota Vikings is with number 55. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks last week. He's been one of the most consistent, dominant edge rushers in the NFL for probably the last 7 to 8 years. He has dominated right and left tackles every year, and he's posing a big problem for this Minnesota Vikings team, and that's what we're going to be talking about right now. Thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. Leave a like down below, comment what do you guys think, your thoughts on, and how they should handle Chandler Jones, but that's what we're going to get into right now. So Chandler Jones last week, if you guys did not hear, he had 5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles against the Tennessee Titans, going against Tyler Lewan, the left tackle for the Tennessee Titans. And he cooked them the entire game. I mean, you look at even the plays he didn't get sacks on. He beat him consistently to the spot, just every single time. It was dominant. It was physical. It was finesse. It was pretty much he was picking what he wanted to do. They didn't give any resistance, and he is a serious threat. And with the addition of J.J. Watt on the defensive line, it really makes it challenging for teams to, send a guard over to help on Chandler Jones. Because if he's lining up against your left tackle, normally you would be like, all right, left guard, whoever the left guard is, give him a chip, give him a help. But now with J.J. Watt in the middle, you don't really want to leave him one-on-one with the center. And I feel like this is like a perfect storm coming in against the Vikings offensive line. The struggles they had last week just to get set, just to not commit penalties, was immense. I mean, they had trouble just not getting in the 3rd and 17s, and they also let up some bad sacks from the interior. And we all know first-round pick Christian Darrisaw still most likely won't play, so it will most likely be Rashad Hill still at the left tackle position. So what should the Vikings do? I think they have to get creative. I don't think this is something where you go one-on-one and you just don't have a game plan, because I think sometimes you can overthink a dominant edge rusher, or you can overthink a dominant player on defense and try to go almost too far away from him. But I think the number one thing the Vikings need to do is you run at him every single time with Dalvin Cook. You run at him consistently all game long. Because as an edge rusher, I mean, the fame they get, the contract they get, as bad as it is, as kind of hypocritical as it is, it comes with the sack number. The sack number and the contract, and the sack number and the awards, I mean, they go neck and neck. But if you're talking about stopping the run, that's not a flashy thing. That's not a flashy award. So you go make him play the run game. You make him stop Dalvin Cook, just like the Cincinnati Bengals edges were doing a great job last week. You make him a run-stop guy first. And this could tire him out. It could keep him consistent. Because if you have him where he's pinning his ears back and he's going one-on-one against Rashad Hill, the Vikings just don't stand a chance. Kirk Cousins doesn't stand a chance. He's not mobile enough, especially if J.J. Watt's getting interior pressure the way he does. It could be a really long Sunday. So how do you offset that? You run at him a lot. You make him be a run-first defensive stopper almost. You don't just let him pin his ears back and go off on Kirk. And it comes back to our problem on Sunday, the penalties. You can't be 3rd and long against this team. You can't. You have to stay ahead of the sticks. So you need to establish a run game. You can be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. That is even fine in comparison to what happened on Sunday. If they're 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13 again, the score is going to be 42-7. They will get their asses blown off that football field. So obviously that's easier said than done. You get ahead of the chains. You get them in 3rd and 3s. You hit them with play action. That's what the Vikings want to do every week. But if you do get in situations in 3rd and 10 where you have to react to the situation, you're not controlling the line of scrimmage way you wish, you're going to have to chip him. Cousins loves the little check down to the running back swinging out of the backfield. I think it's going to have to go every single time Dalvin is out there. He's sitting into the block, but that's his number one priority, is you chip Chandler Jones and then you release. And you get on that same page with Cousins where it's, hey, Cook's helping you out, and then he'll be open. You can't just assume Cook's going to be open like in past weeks where he just normally just ignores the ignores the tackles, and he just goes out and he tries to make a play, which is what they normally love to do, you just can't do it this week. You're not going to leave Chandler Jones one-on-one with Rashad Hill. That just can't happen. Or we might be looking at a situation where Chandler Jones is going to set the most sacks ever to start off the 2 weeks of a season. So I think you run at him consistently with Dalvin Cook, and then when you do get in 3rd and longs, hopefully they don't, hopefully they keep it ahead of the chains, you got to chip them. You got to either put a tight end over there. You got to put a running back over there. This just can't be the reason you lose. It can't be. If you're going to lose, have it be because your receivers can't get open. Have it be because Kirk Cousins can't find the open guy. Don't have it because Chandler Jones wrecked the game. That just can't be it. J.J. Watt being on the inside makes it a lot harder. So the guards, they're going to have a big game too. But Chandler Jones, he's going to be able to pin his ears back. That's a recipe for the Vikings to lose 42-7. And also, you want to run the ball to keep Kyle off the field. I think you have to run at Chandler Jones early and often, get him tired, get him off the field, because edge rushers, they don't want to be run stoppers. They want to pin their ears back. Make him do something he doesn't love to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Skol Vikes. See you guys next time.